My favorite place in the entire world is, in fact, Disney World. I know, look at me. I'm 18 years old, not some 7-year-old girl dressed in complete Elsa garb. But I still love Disney because, well, it's the happiest place on earth. When I step into that park, yeah, it's 80 plus degrees and I'm probably tired and hungry constantly, but I'm ultimately blinded by my ecstasy. I can sing every song, quote every movie, and honestly still get way too excited about seeing Mickey Mouse. But now when I walk into the gates, I start to notice things that I never noticed before. When I was 5 years old on my first trip to Disney World, I was extremely focused on meeting Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and basically all the other animal characters. God forbid one of those people or face characters walk up to me because I would probably scream and cry in their real person face. That's when the true fear kicked in. My dad still loves to tell the story of when my brother went rushing up to meet Genie from Aladdin and I just stood there, planted to the ground, staring with my huge big blue eyes at this thing. My dad wanted that picture so badly he decided he would take the matter upon himself, and he picked me up and he brought me around the back to be in the background of the photo. We still have that picture, and I look miserable. Thanks for that experience, Dad. But now, when I walk into the Magic Kingdom, instead of seeing these characters I knew from the movies I watched and loved, I notice the structures, the paint on the buildings, the smell of the air, what music they're playing and where, how the employees, cast members, act around the guests. So I think to myself, where did my imagination go? Where now I can only see buildings and an amusement park instead of this place I once escaped into Wonderland. I guess falling into the rabbit hole isn't as easy as it once was. I think, unfortunately, I'm an adult now. But you know what? I still love the spinning teacups, and that'll never change, certainly not with being a couple years or a couple inches or feet taller than the minimum height. Even though I don't wear a full Cinderella dress anymore, I still wear my Minnie Mouse ears on top of my head because when I step into that park, I lose a sense of myself. And I can still feel that strange sensation that seems to make me that 5-year-old girl again. That sensation is called wonder. Wonder is often thought to be very unsophisticated and superficial, but the imagination of a child is far superior to that of an adult. An adult cannot compete with the mystical idea a child makes up. For example, a child can be consumed with the idea of him or herself as a cowboy or a princess for hours, and even though they've never been either of those, they still somehow know what it's like. Adults always have that child within them, though. Don't we all want to be princesses or cowboys, even just a little bit? If you give a child a box to play with, it can be a spaceship, a pirate ship, or a castle. But if you give a box to an adult, it's just garbage. Adults need to let go of the stigma of being an adult. Being an adult does not mean to lose your sense of wonder. All it means is you've been on the planet a little longer. Just because you pay bills and do taxes doesn't mean you can't still love to color. They even have coloring books for adults now. Try one and maybe try to color outside the lines. Neverland seems inescapable because we may all never want to grow up and all become lost boys ourselves, but we can't escape responsibility, maturity, and practicality. Over the years, the ability to dream up new worlds to escape the harsh reality has escaped our minds, and we're left with only our despair and a cup of coffee every morning. One day, we're dressing up, playing tag, and painting with our fingers, and the next day, we're sitting at a desk balancing our checkbook. Adults have responsibilities not only to provide for themselves, but to provide for others as well, not to mention the endless list of chores from doing laundry to cooking dinner every night. But every adult is allowed to fantasize and explore how amazing the creative mind can be. Let it all out. I know you want to go on Splash Mountain and build an entire Lego Death Star just as much as the next 10-year-old. Being trapped in the dogma of growing up and being mature prevents the mind from exploring its full range of colors. It's the little things you can do. Wear mismatched socks, eat foods in weird colors, or pull pranks on your spouses or kids. No one can grow out of their daydreams. Only lock them away. No one has to grow up. Wonderland can be a reality for all. It's not just a place for Alice to discover. If an adult keeps beauty and imagination in their life, they will never grow up or ever grow old. Basically, adults just need to tap into their inner Peter Pan a little bit more. No, not wearing extremely tight green tights or fighting pirates with hooks for hands. I'm talking about the ability to stay young forever. Keeping imagination in life takes much more effort as an adult, so the Peter Pan lifestyle is very desirable. Although without faith, trust, and pixie dust, Wonderland and Neverland have never seemed so far away. But why must Wonderland be exclusively the utopia of children, and adults are trapped in Neverland forever, living with the denial that adult life is just a trap of youthfulness and wonder? I believe that wonder can never die at the hand of time and age, because wonder can never truly die. So as I go back to Disney, I run up and hug Jeannie like I should have so many years ago, and I bring my dad with me, because you're never too old to dream.